Canada's Indigenous peoples are marking a momentous moment, a day of closure and celebration for many. Precious cultural items, thought lost in the vaults of the Vatican, are back on home soil, a full century after they were given up. We've been bringing you extended coverage of the story all day, and this is a look at the scene a little earlier at a snowy Trudeau International Airport in Montreal as the dozens of items were offloaded in front of a delegation of Indigenous leaders, the culmination of 3 long years of intense negotiations working with 2 popes and their officials. The repatriation seen as a positive step on the journey to reconciliation, but it is also just the beginning of an even bigger effort to bring home thousands of other Indigenous objects from Rome. We've been hearing from the Indigenous and political leaders in the last hour who were involved in bringing this moment to this point. What did they have to say?
For them, it was important to highlight the significance of this. You were speaking about it being historic, and that word was used several times throughout the news conference. But first, I really want to talk about when this plane arrived and they were greeted on the tarmac by Indigenous leaders as people came off the plane and watched as the 62 cultural objects were unloaded from the plane. And you know, it was an emotional moment. There were many different ceremonies held throughout that time. One of the Indigenous youths that was on the plane that made the trip here came off and immediately went into the arms of the Assembly of First Nations Grand Chief to give her a hug, but also to cry. And so I think those two things, getting a hug and comfort and also crying, shows you just about how much emotion is out there because of what happened today. Now, just